Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report. Coming up, Lyra Valkyria, and for the first time against Xia Li. Xia Li coming out the win, coming out losing to Becky Lynch. Xia Li wants to get the NXT Championship. Xia Li takes the title away from Lyra Valkyria. One time we'll talk about it. Also, too, newcomer, Eddie Thorpe. Is next. He takes on, not his name, Regal's son. You'll see him on later on. And starting off NXT will be Norm Dar taking on Chad Gable for the Heritage Cup. All this and more on the NXT Ring Report starts right now. Edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report. Thank you all for watching. Here on the NXT Ring Report, we give you up to date with highlights and recaps of tonight's show. And what the NXT Ring Report was tonight. But join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling. Hit on connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and share. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Man, what details we're going to be telling you about coming up. Man, every show we have. Let's you see right here, Noam Dar set to get a championship. Have his championship defended, his cup, as we like to call it. I like to call it Heritage Cup. Noam Dar. We're the actors. So we're going to get things started right now with Noam Dar. Noam Dar took it to, what's his name? Chad Gable. And we can show highlights of it. Get you to the highlights of it. And this is what had went down right here from Chad Gable and Noam Dar. Noam Dar and Chad Gable took it to each other, took the limit towards each other. As you see right here. Both men, I think this Heritage Cup, to be for real, be honest, the Heritage Cup, about 32 3-minute falls. What? Noam Dar picks up the win of the athletic gifted Chad Gable. Chad Gable won the Heritage Cup. Chad Gable had his sights set on it, but couldn't get it. But he'll live to fight another day. But Chad Gable wanted to be a Heritage Cup champion. So how that went? Well, Jason Briggs did an upset tonight. JBL did one of his Iron Survival challenges, who he thought was going to be next in line for NXT championship shot. Jason Briggs advances on, defeating former NXT champion Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes, something's going on with Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes not telling Trick Williams the truth. And Trick Williams wants to know, was Carmelo the one behind him attacking him? Behind Carmelo's kind of looking complex and confused. A lot going on with Carmelo. Carmelo, got a lot going on for him and stuff. But Trick wants to know. I think Trick's not gonna get that answer. But Josh Bridge wins tonight over Carmelo Hayes. What an upset that was tonight. Josh Bridge punched his ticket into the Iron Survival Challenge. He joins Dijak and many more names to be announced throughout. Also, too, another match that was added right here to the Lyra Valkyria. We'll get to her. She was set to defend her women's championship early on in the show. Lyra Valkyria got attacked by Xia Li. Lyra Valkyria, we didn't know she was going to be head to head, get medical attention. Xia Li did what she needed to do. Don't know why she did that, but she did that for a reason. So hey, we look forward to seeing that. Also, too, Bea Priestley, she enters herself into the women's Iron Survivor, defeating JC Jane. JC Jane looking a little bit confused, a lot going on with her. JC Jane, um, don't know what's going on with her and Tia Hill. Tia Hill thinking JC Jane had her back in the early stages of the match, but it wasn't the case. She did, but I think JC Jane's playing distraction. JC Jane couldn't Tia Hill couldn't focus, couldn't concentrate on the match. And Bea Priestley pinned JC Jane right here to earn herself advancing to the Iron Survival women's match. So we'll see that as well. Also, too, speaking of that, Tiffany Stratton, the former NXT Women's Champion, she had her eyes set on Josh Briggs. I don't know what's going on with that shit. Maybe she's trying to turn him to Ken or something. We don't know. So who knows what she has store for her them for who knows. Speaking of that, Eddie Thorpe was in action against Charlie something. I forgot his name. Eddie Thorpe took on Charlie. What's his name? Eddie Thorpe pinned Charlie in a exhilarating match. Eddie Thorpe wins over Charlie, pinning him. Charlie got to see big future for Eddie Thorpe, but like they call himself catch point or something. Doing the catch point with you got where you got what's his name Drew Gulak and all of them. They're doing catch point reps. So who knows what that's gonna lead to? We know that Los Floterios, they have a target. They want to be NXT Tag Team Champions. They took out Mama Luke's, Tony Angelo, and Stacks. They want a shot at the tag team titles. They probably get their shot, but they won their match earlier tonight. Fitting match for them, doing what they need to do in order to get themselves back in tag team contention. Speaking of that, Wes Lee returned. Wes Lee says that he wants a shot at Dominic Mysterio. He can't stand Dominic Mysterio. Dominic came out there and said, "You want me at deadline? You have to go through something that I have personally picked." So next week, Wes Lee will be in a fatal four-way match against SmackDown's Cameron Grimes, Raw's Bronson Reed, and Raw's Johnny Gargano. You got the main roster stars coming down to NXT to take on Wes Lee. Wes Lee wants to give himself an opportunity. He has to go through three other men to get himself in to fight Dominic Mysterio at deadline. I don't know if the challenges are that's gonna be high for him. I don't know why Dominic Mysterio would even do that to Wesley. But Wesley said that he will do what he has to do or to get a shot at Dominic Mysterio in the North American Championship. Take that belt off that boy. Speaking of that, was finally the main event. It's Lyra Valkyria takes on Xia Li. Now we told you early on throughout they were supposed to have their match in the beginning of the show, but Xia Li attacked Lyra Valkyria, knocking her down. And Lyra Valkyria, we thought she was gonna do what she had to do, but Lyra Valkyria was able to get checked by the doctors and get cleared. Lyra Valkyria was ready, and she was ready to defend her women's championship after Xia Li was in a match herself against the man Becky Lynch last week. Lyra was the woman that defeated Becky Lynch to win the NXT Women's title. Lyra Valkyria wanted to show that she is a fighting champion indeed. Lyra set up Xia with some powerbomb move, like a Falcon Arrow or something. Then Xia Lee picked her up with some like oh boy, take her down. But Lyra Valkyria found the way and found the reason, and she did what she needed to do. Lyra Valkyria retains her NXT Women's Championship. Lyra Valkyria proven against all odds that she's going to be a fighting champion. And you have to wonder what's next for Lyra Valkyria as she heads towards deadline. Who's going to be coming near her deadline? So we know of that. Well, that ends the NXT ring report. We're gonna move over right quick to wrestling hot topics. On wrestling hot topics, we want to talk about this. We told you last night on the Raw ring report what a way everybody knew it was the worst kept secret of all. Randy Orton returns after a year of out of action. Randy Orton joins fellow teammate, former Legacy teammate Cody Rhodes, former Authority teammate Seth Rollins, what's his name? Jay Uso. Randy Jay Uso had that look that he's like, oh snap. We'll get to that on the Survivor Series predict the outcome special when you watch. And Sami Zayn, they all 5 men will take on the Team Judgment Day along with Drew McIntyre. So Drew McIntyre added to the Team Judgment Day. Dominic got a lot of problems ahead of him, but we know that at Survivor Series, it's going to be war games, men's war games. We see Drew's going to return. We see Jay's returning. Sammy's returning. Drew and Jay and Sammy were in last year's war games on opposite ends by this year. Jay and Sammy were Team Bloodline, and Drew was Team Brawling Brutes. Now this year, in the opposite ends, Jay and Sammy are the good guys, and now Drew is the bad guy. Drew like to say that he didn't turn his back on the fans turned his back on him. We'll get to see that. Speaking of that, NWA announced, Joe Galley revealed that the NWA will be on the CW for the app and stuff. I don't know what to say about that. We know that NXT will be heading toward the CW network. I mean, good for them, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know if they ruined it or not being on the app. No one's going to watch on the app rather than they're going to watch it on YouTube. So, like Monster said, that you might get more visibility and more reach on YouTube than you do on the app. But them, I look like they want to get paid, but I get it, but you're not getting paid. So, hey, it is what it is. Like I said, that's kind of it. We know next week on NXT, a fatal 4-way. Wes Lee takes on Raw's Bronson Reed and Johnny Gargano from the Raw brand and Cameron Grimes from the SmackDown brand. Which one of these 4 guys will earn a shot? I think they should have just eventually gave it to Wes Lee since he's an NXT guy. Be done with it, but we'll see. And 2, will we know when Carmelo Hayes will finally fess up and tell the truth to his friend Trick Williams on what happened? Time will tell on that. Now we're gonna leave you with this: that Survivor Series War Games. No SmackDown ring report this week. We're gonna have Survivor Series War Games, so we will see coverage of that War Games. We'll get the latest and the details about it. So for me, being Kendrick Dick, saying so long and thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show NXT Ring Report. See you later.